outside. Yeah.
I drove to the club with Von, and we're traveling with a real deal gangster, real stuff. You guys are assassinating Von legacy. It was straight execution style shots. And wrong or right, that's on a judge or whoever to decide. Is not up to me.
Was King Von publicly executed? If this was a setup and someone knew those cameras were going to be there, they intended for the public to see this. The meaning of a public execution is a form of capital punishment which members of the general public may voluntarily attend. This definition includes the presence of a small number of witnesses randomly selected to assure executive accountability. When you type in King Von bodies on YouTube, you scroll down about 6 videos and then his autopsy picture comes up. Was the manager lying about the situation? Is the manager not telling the truth? Take a look at this.
Then noting the physiological changes that occur when someone's under stress. Stress can indicate lying. For example, decrease in salivation that'll make somebody swallow deeply, increased heart rate, or increased adrenaline to the hands and legs. Because our primitive brain wants to tell us to either stand and fight or run away. So it provides extra energy to you'll fidget with your hands or your legs.
A small number of randomly selected witnesses, the 4 O Block members that were signed and received money that night, according to the manager.
Need to go still when they just made $50,000. All the guys just made $50,000 that night on signing a distribution deal for projects with Von Cosign. And that night alone, I passed out $5,000 to each individual.
So what the manager just said, he was responding to people that were saying that something went around where Von Boys stole his stuff apparently. So the manager was clearing that up and saying that the people there that night received money, so why would they steal Von's stuff? If that speculation didn't go around, we would have never known these people received money that night and signed a deal. Von sat in the car for 40 minutes. Someone told him Quando was there. He got out and the shooter shot him execution style. The words that the manager is using, assassination, he wasn't himself.
And for some, like I said, this is, I can't make this up. For some reason, Von wasn't himself.
Out of all the talking this guy's doing in those interviews, you're not seeing no emotion from this person.
It's long live King Von, you know what I'm saying? Long live Louis, long live Slutty.
So it happened on the 6th and this interview was put out on the 9th. You're telling me that he wouldn't have known Louis' condition because Louis is alive. Alone should tell you that they were too busy focusing on something else. This guy came out and said RIP to the guy before even checking with his family. And that's exactly what happened, because there's no way that he wouldn't have known Louis' condition unless he wasn't trying to know Louis' condition, unless he forgot about Louis' condition. Instead, he chose to say RIP. And thinking about it now after doing this video, Quando Rondo is removing himself from the situation and he's becoming the weakest link. People are speculating that he might end up being taken out and they're gonna say he did it to himself, because in the video he was crying out for help